Alright, welcome back to Omni Garage. So today we're going to be installing some Perrin engine dress-up parts on the top of this car. So it's not really a sophisticated install and we're definitely not going to alter the performance of this car, but I've got a couple of little parts that have been sitting in the spare bedroom for quite some time, and the weather's not that good, we're a bit pushed for time, so we're going to install a couple of little nice, I suppose you'd call them, finishing touches on a car that's not even built yet, but hey, we'll install these just to document the process and the build process of this wagon here.
We've been talking about doing engine dress up for probably like 2 years now, to be honest. So it's quite exciting to have the first boxes from Perrin here at the garage.
So the first one we'll install, because I think it will take a little bit longer, is the Perrin Radiator Shroud. So this is I've got it in red. It's the crinkle cut red. Look, would you call it crinkle cut? That's a branded chip, isn't it?
Crinkle cut is a chip. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's not smooth, right? It's like more of a I think perforated is the word. That's a word you use with leather, but it's got a bit of a texture to it. Without knowing the exact technical term, that looks nice though. Why have you gone with red?
I don't know. I just like I really like Perrin's styling.
Yeah.
And I really like the red look.
I don't think you could have gone with a lime green on the blue car.
No, you can't. And there's not too much red on here. And red you would sort of leave specific for the STI, because that sort of, there's slight red touches throughout. But I've got red calipers and I've got little bits of red here and there, and I'm just going to continue on with the red theme. And so when that gets installed, it should be sitting in there quite nicely.
Awesome. So steps here, we need to take a few bits out before we can get access to the bolts we need, right?
Yep. I love this thing. I say this every time, mate. This is the Ryobi ratchet. This is way overkill for this, but any excuse I can get my hands on this tool, this is probably my favourite tool I own of Ryobi's.
This is a time saver.
Couple of bolts, 10 mils, and we can get rid of that bit.
What else we need to take out here? These two bits?
Yeah, these two here will have to come off. These sort of help hold the radiator to the frame of the car. So those will come out, the piece will slide in there, and then we can just bolt it back on top.
And in true Omni Garage style, take every opportunity we get to make sure we're working with a clean surface.
Oh yeah, you got to be clean when you're doing this stuff.
You give this engine a wipe down pretty regularly, right? But it's been probably about 2 years since we've done a full engine bay detail, and I don't think that came off. You wouldn't have cleaned under there before.
No, I've never cleaned under here. But yeah, you're right. This engine is pretty dirty. This is pretty dirty for me. We are getting close to needing to do another full detail on this car, but
we've just come out of winter as well.
You know, it takes time and a little bit of cost associated with it. So right now it's just sitting in the garage, but we can pop a few bits on.
Cleaned up and ready to install. That piece is incredibly light. I don't know what I expected, but I picked this up before and it looks more substantial than it is. You don't want to be adding unnecessary weight though for engine dress up pieces.
What did you think when unboxing it? How did you feel?
I felt quite excited, because when I had my STI, you know, one of the things that I looked at all the time, because it was pretty attainable, was the engine dress up pieces from Perrin. And I never got there with them, but yeah, I'm excited. It feels like a finishing touch though.
Yeah, you're right. You would do this if your engine was fully built. You're on a way to a car show, you know, you just chuck these little bits on just to make it look a little bit extra special.
Yeah.
But this is kind of the wrong way around. But this is kind of, the funny thing is these are the cheaper parts you can buy, so that tend to be probably the first bits you buy.
But you're taking them off again to then go and do all the other stuff that you want to do underneath.
Yeah,
but
true.
It's quite an easy install to do this. We're only removing a few bolts.
And I'm only doing this to document it. I'm only doing this to just to document the journey, document the process and the fun I have with this car. This isn't to get huge views and to, you know, do anything crazy with, but it's just another piece of the puzzle. And I think it would be cool looking back on this 10 years time to say, hey, look what we managed to achieve. And so here we are. I wonder if I got to take, oh no.
Slots in perfectly, as it should.
Those are the holes that line up.
Yep.
Damn, that looks nice. That looks fresh.
So we can probably attach those bottom ones back in and then just realign.
These do go around a specific way. So one of them's got the, I suppose, the little locks, the little, what would you call that, little cradle that the bar slips into when you've got your bonnet down.
From the intake? Oh, from the bonnet. Gotcha. So we're talking about this piece here. Yeah, so I was saying they're more alignment pieces than like holding on for dear life.
Yeah, I suppose when that wasn't attached, this here does wriggle around quite a bit.
So it just kind of pulls it in a bit, doesn't it? Holds it all together. Are all the Perrin bits with this, I don't know what we call this, texture? Or can you get them smooth as well? Like, was that an option?
Nah, I think they come in black as well. So these are the parts for the 2007 Subaru WRX. I suppose STI might be sort of similar. But these are the, you can get this in black, this colour. You probably can buy it in that Neo colour actually, the Neo green.
What I mean is, do you have the option to go with a smooth finish or the textured finish, or this is just the one option, how it comes?
This is one option.
Specific to that colour, or?
No, the black comes in the same.
Okay, just a bit disappointing how much that it hides when you put this back on of the piece.
Although they've been pretty clever, so they've offset the logo there, so if they put it right in the middle here, you wouldn't see that.
Nah, you wouldn't. So I think that's smart placement there, but yeah, just such a nice
But you get a nice little, you get a little bit of an accent red around here and a few bits and pieces. Lined up beautifully, so the fit and finish of this piece is really nice.
Oh, there's no play in it at all, right? Like it goes on perfect.
And that's the first piece on, so oh, I like that. That's pretty cool, eh?
Just a nice touch. So if you were just buying that piece, that's what your engine bay would look like. Yeah, I think
you've got to have the next piece. So the next piece I've got here is this cover here. This
pulley cover.
Yeah, pulley cover, or the alternator cover. I'm not sure what they call it, but that's also in the wrinkle cut red. So let's put that on now.
I think for me, when I was looking at parts for the STI, this was the first piece I was going to buy. Because it's like front and center in the engine.
Front and center, yeah.
Like bang smack in the middle there. Got a few goodies from Moonlight Racing in there as well.
Damn.
What's that? Hardware for license plate covers? No? Hardware for Perrin.
I don't know what those are for. Oh, I think there's bolts and stuff underneath the underneath that sits in a tube, but those are a license plate.
There's the official name too, belt cover. So neither of us.
Well, they called it a belt cover there, but then they called it on the box here pulley cover.
Okay, so we're kind of both right.
So that bit there is going to sit on the front there. Oh, it's going to look nice.
Yeah, look at that. That's the one.
That's the one everyone looks at, right?
Yeah. I reckon if you could only buy one Perrin engine dress-up piece, that's the one.
That's the piece, you reckon?
That looks good. So to remove this one, we've got one on the top, one on the side by the dipstick there, and then Glenn said there's one underneath here as well, a bit of a weird weird latch, so we'll show you as it comes off. I feel like we're you know, the handiest in jobs like this is telling you which way bolts are to go. You always second guess which way am I going here?
I do it all the time.
That's right, I'm happy to play my part.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's a correct way in which you got to use these. Remember that guy commented once on a video saying we're doing it the right way? I can never remember. There's some special like physics technique.
No, he was quite mad, so I mean if you're still around, feel free to drop us a comment again just to re-jog our memories.
I'm probably not going to listen though. I'm
Probably
probably just going to keep doing it the wrong way. So there's a little thing underneath here now. I can't remember. I took this off a long time ago. It's like a, I don't know, but just be careful because there is a bit under here.
Is it a clip? Just pops out?
It's just here. You can see it. There's like a, you probably can't, but it's like a, there, it's like a little, right on cue, eh?
Right on cue.
Right on cue. There we go. See that little grommet?
Okay, yep.
So don't try and rip that out because
So loosen them and then just jiggle it out. Quite interesting here, the instructions and the picture go against each other, contradict each other. So on the instructions it's telling us to put the tall piece on the right hand side and the small on the left, or short, and then the vice versa on the picture.
Well, I guess it depends on what you think is the left side of the car. So if we were sitting in here looking out, the left side of the car is different to our left, which is this side. That's the right of the car. But I mean, it's pretty easy, right? So look, one bracket here is lower than this bracket here. So put the bigger piece on the lower bracket and put the smaller piece on the higher bracket, and that will give you level. And they give you 3 washers, right?
3 washers.
Because this one here has already got a washer underneath.
Correct.
So I guess that goes there. This one here doesn't have a washer. I've just put it underneath. I don't know if that's the right way or not.
I'd say so.
And
we need a thread.
One's got machined in on that side, like how it's got a lip on it, and that one doesn't on the bottom. But that's got a lip on both sides. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, at least we know that that is on that side, based on the levelness.
And then, so I don't know which way that's meant to go. I guess you want that to come through to there so you can then put your next washer on.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I guess.
I'll figure it out.
Sweet. Okay, well, for the people who need help, which I don't know why I'm telling people how they need help, but the long one will go on the one that's longest.
Yeah, so I'd probably do that just to get it to the point of bite, so it's not going to fall out, and then slide the other one under.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I'm going with your...
Yeah, I think so. I prefer to do that and take another couple of seconds to do it than be fishing out in the engine bay for stuff. That's never fun. You know what happens when you take your skid plate off.
Well, I know what happens when you drop stuff. I end up fishing.
Exactly. We both got our flaws.
This one's got a bolt with it at the bottom, which is in a bit of an annoying old position, isn't it?
Hence why it's probably good to do that loose fitment on the other side, because to try and balance that and get that bolt in, be knocking it.
And this one here, we need to put that washer back in there. So let's do this side up first. It's a bit of a balancing act, isn't it?
It is on that piece. It's on stilts. There we go.
I'm going to end up losing this. I can just feel it. Damn, this is annoying. Okay, I've got some bite there. Last piece there, we're all tightened up.
How good does that look?
Damn, that looks nice. That looks real nice. Super easy install, didn't take too long. And I think if you had a real nice engine that you wanted to show off here, then these are the perfect pieces that will just help complement your engine bay. I get it, we've done it around the wrong way this time, but I just wanted to put those on there and document it. And I think when we finally get the end product, that's going to look really nice in there.
Are you going to be honest with the audience?
I'm going to be honest with the audience. I'm going to now take these off. I'm going to take these off. I'm going to put the old ones back on. I'm going to put these back in the box. I'm going to document that we've got them. And then when we get more parts on here, like an intake and things like that, then I will probably put these back on. But yeah, I'm taking these off. I'm going to ceramic coat these as well so that they stay really nice. But that's it from Omni Garage with this video. And if you're interested in doing little mods like this to the car and watching us develop and progress on the build with this, then subscribe to the channel so you get updates when we're releasing content like this, and give us a thumbs up. Write some comments, tell me what kind of parts you think I should put on here, what you guys are interested in, and maybe what I shouldn't put on here. But that's it from Omni Garage. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.